we'll just start with some of the questions that you have, and
Yeah.
some may go, wait a minute, what is that? And that hasn't happened yet. So don't panic if we talk about something that may not ever happen in your business. It just, but again, we're all at different stages.
Exactly. And so I wanted to actually kind of walk through just a couple different stages with questions.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if they're brand new, and today's time and technology with social media and our ability to work our business off of social media, what are some tips or suggestions for someone just fairly new joining the business? I know in the past we've said what you know now, what would you do differently? So share some tips for the new people.
It's there's a couple of great things that I see the most successful people do. And then there's some things that people don't do in the beginning, but later, become successful. So we're all at different phases and stages of life too. Yes, I am a mom, but my children are almost 35 and 31. So now I'm a grandmother. So that stage is different. But if I went back and would tell my younger self, I would say, don't be so scared. Don't be so afraid of what your friends and family, your coworkers say, because they don't know what you know. They haven't, and don't let people think that you drank the Kool-Aid or you're in something that is not cool and hip, because it is. And it's okay if you feel like you drank the Kool-Aid. I'd rather drink this Kool-Aid than any other Kool-Aid that's out there. And, I love that aspect of who we are. And so do some due diligence, talk to people that really are doing the business, like Colette, and don't talk to people that quit, that never really got started, or that don't know anything about the industry itself or it works. So that's the biggest thing right there is, why in the beginning did I listen to people that absolutely never made money in the industry, that didn't even know what the heck I was talking about, educated people, friendly people, but they didn't know what I knew. And so I was allowing some of that to affect me. And in today's world, never, when anyone starts down that path, I go, look, you obviously don't know a thing about the industry, because if you knew about the industry, you would know it's not a pyramid. You would know it's not a scam. You would know that we have a corporate team, that we have a corporate office, that we employ hundreds of people, that we have a hierarchy just like you do at your corporation. However, our marketing arm is our distributors. That's how we chose to market. It's not QVC, it's not home shopping, it's not traditional sales reps. So our marketing arm is our distributorships. And that's who we pay to market our product. So that's the biggest thing. The other thing that is so vitally important is that you become a product of a couple of the products, that you fall in love with something that totally impacts your life, because that gives you an edge. If you don't, then people will ask you, well, what product do you love, or has it worked for you? Because people want to get behind something that's actually working. People that have been in the industry before just got in because of the money, and they never got in. They never found a product within that company that really jazzed them. So, let's get jazzed about a product or two. Let's start showing results. And that way, when someone tries to take you out, you've got a story. You've got some product story. And then if you've made any money at all, you're way ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. Even if it's selling a wrap for $25, don't think a small amount of money is not significant, because it is very significant. Several $100 extra dollars a month is powerful. That's what the vast majority of every leader we've ever had said that they joined to make $200 to $300. That's it. That's the world. That's who we're talking to. If you're going around saying you can make $10,000 a month, they're going to run. They've never made that in their life. Yes, they can do that here, and they can do it very, very quickly, but we've got to know who we're talking to. We've got to know our audience. And so, and the third thing would be just know that you're going to learn as you go, and give yourself some grace. I wanted to know everything right away, and that's just the way I am about everything. But I realized that every day is a new learning experience. Every day I got better, and some things worked, so I just didn't do those anymore. And I tried something else. So what works for one person really, really well may not be what works for you, simply because your gift doesn't lie in that area. So my gift would definitely not be Instagram. That would just not. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want thousands of people on my team that understand and employ that social media of Instagram. So I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to try to not understand it. I'll learn as I go, but I want people on my team. So understand this. You can be so phenomenal. I'll give Melody McFarland as an example. She loves trade shows. She just loves them. She's at one right now. She just loves them. Social media is not her thing, but she has a full team. Susan Wade's on her team. Youre and Chad Canella are on her team. So she fully embraces social media, knowing that I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to be good at it. I'm going to embrace it. I want people on my team that are really good at that. And you want your people on your team that are good at events, trade shows, wrap parties. You want everybody. So just whatever you're good at, stay good at it. And through that platform, you're going to find other people that are really good at different things.
Oh, I love that. And those all hit home so many times. Actually, when you talked about if you just sold a wrap, then that you're already ahead of the game. I was talking with my dad, who was king of network marketing. And when I first joined, he said, I actually made a post about this today. He said, don't quit your day job. Because he, in all of his years of network marketing, had never made more than a couple dollars with his companies. And fast forward almost 7 years, and he's congratulating, because it works is completely different. And we see people all the time that say that they've been able to make more than they've been able to make in other companies. And so that was something that was an aha for me. So with people joining now, and I know that It Works has been around since 2001, some would say, well, the people at the top are already at the top. However, we've seen some pretty amazing promotions. Can you cast a little vision upon what their possibilities are and how it still is just wide open for them?
That is just an old, saying in the industry. It's just dead to me. That is just a ridiculous saying, because there are people that are joining 50, 60-year-old companies and doing very well. So we're very young as far as a company. Very, very young. When we go to trade, our trade industry, there are companies that have been around since the 40s and 50s. So we're extremely young. We are also, look who we're appealing to, anyone that's 18 to 80. And there are more people turning 18 every day. So there's a market that will never be saturated. We'll always bring new products in too to bring in more market. When I think about It Works, we probably have 0.25% of the entire population. That's it. If you would get out of your bubble of either social media or however you build, and you go talk to the world, they're going to say, well, who are you talking about? Or what is that? Just like I had someone do my hair the other day, and I had my It Works shirt on, and she said, "Oh, how long have you been with the company?" And I said, "Well, I'm actually one of the owners." And so the beginning, she goes, "Really?" I said, "Well, how do you know it?" She goes, "I had a cousin that joined, and she was in it for a fast minute." And I said, "Well, that happens. That happens." I said, "What did she say to you about it?" She goes, "Oh, I would never talk to her about it." And so we talked a little bit more about that. And all it was an uneducated person about the industry. That's really all it was, not understanding what it was. So we will never be saturated. We will never not have an opportunity for someone that, I always say this, and I'm seeing it happen. Our number one money earner is not in yet. I mean, we've got Joel and Stephanie Dunn, but that doesn't mean they own that position. I believe somebody that's really up and coming right now will probably take hold of that. We've seen it with Cassie Westland coming in at number 2. I mean, very quickly, within 3 years, and totally building through social media platform. So is there an opportunity? Well, let me ask you this. How much do you want to make? I mean, that's the key. Do you think there's an opportunity to make $5,000 a month? I don't think there's anyone that said there's no more room for that. Is there an opportunity to make $10,000 a month? None of us has said no. No one else can make that money. Is there an opportunity to make over $200,000 a month like the Dunns? We have not told anyone that they could not do that. So I don't care what your number is as far as rankings, 1, 2, 3, or 4, but I would be okay if there were several hundred people making over $200,000 a month. So we're not even close to that, and that's going to happen.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
That's your opportunity.
Wow, that just gave me chill bumps. Like that just lit a fire, because you're telling us there is no limit.
There's no limit. It's volume.
Yeah.
It's strictly volume. And so when we go beyond the billion and then go on to 2 and 3, people's checks today will look very small. Those that actually work. So my mentor in the industry, I was with a company before discovering the wrap. The company that he was with went well over $1 billion, and he was earning $1.5 million a month. And he did that for 18 months in a row until he started his own company. So our comp plan pays out 8.5 times more than that prior than his comp plan, as far as residual percentages. So there is no limit.
I love that. So for you, being in the industry before It Works, and then being with It Works being part of It Works for 20 years, is there something that you've overcome or that you struggled with that you've been able to conquer and master through the years?
Oh, absolutely. And that is I think the biggest thing is adjusting and continually questioning my money mindset. And I think that's the biggest thing for all of us, because if you're somewhere within the team and you've been at a position, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a rank, but it could be a dollar amount. Let's say that I'll use just $500 a month, and you've got just enough people coming and going to stay there. It's not an outside job that you need to work on, okay? Because you probably know how to put in a distributor and you know how to put in a customer. I would say if you're making 500, you know how to do those 2 things. The only thing you will be working on is continuing to build better asking skills and leadership skills, but that comes with the team. You don't go learn that and then come back and build a team. You learn those things as you're building a team. That's the best way to learn is on the job. So what is it? Am I at the 500? It could be 5,000. It could be 50,000 a month. I've seen it all across every dollar. I mean, I've worked with people that were stuck at 30,000, and you're probably going, I'll stay stuck there, but once you get there, you, as a human being, we're here to create, we're here to grow. And it's not like it's not greedy at all. There is more for me to do here. There's more people for me to reach. There's more for me to build. There's more growth for me here. And so you start to overthink and look at, why am I stuck in all the wrong places? You're looking on the outside thinking, you start to blame the company, you start to blame the products, you start to blame your team, when really it is an inside job. So the questions you should be asking is, why do I only feel that I am worth $500 a month? What is it within me that I need to grow to double this? What is it? Why would I want to double this? What am I actually looking for? And developing a really strong burn within you to say, I'm just not going to be stuck here anymore. I'm worth $1,000 a month. I'm worth $2,000 a month. I'm worth $60,000 a month. You know how I know I'm worth it? Because Mark said, there are no limits. So that means they're not limiting me. Now, they're not my boss by any means, but they're not limiting me. I am limiting me at this point. So there's, last night we had Tammy, who is Stephanie's cousin. We had a really strong conversation months ago, and I highly encouraged her to read T. Harv Eckert's book, The Millionaire Mindset. So I put that in the chat. It's T. Harv, Harveker, The Millionaire Mindset, The Millionaire Mind. And that book will help you look and see what your money blueprint is. But I can tell you right now, we can find it. What's in your bank account? I mean, what's been in your bank account? What comes up every month in your e-suite? Do you get to 20 and then come back down to 12? Do you get to 10 and consistently come back to 5? And how does that work anyway? Because when you think about it, Colette, how in the heck do the people know to exit out and new ones coming in just so I can maintain this? That is up to God. That is not for us. I don't know if anyone can understand that other than our thoughts and our beliefs create our life. Now, this is, as you reap what you sow, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I mean, this is biblical. This is what Jesus taught us. And if you don't want to go down that path, you can go find it somewhere else. But it's in history. And so that's where I worked. That was my work. My work was understanding that within me, I have been given the ability to create my life. And what do I want? And why do I want it? And so when I would get to a point where the check wasn't moving in the right direction, I went to work on the inside. I studied it more and said, why would you feel that this is it for you? What are some triggers that you remember, like your parents saying money doesn't grow on trees? I raised my children saying it absolutely does. Money grows on trees. And it's up to you to create it. How many trees do you want? How big of trees do you want? And so these are just things that I don't want you to go back in time and try to self-analyze everything, because that can get old and that can get boring. And let's face it, most of our parents, unfortunately, did not raise us with a money mindset. They raised us with a poverty mindset, with a mindset of lack. So if you're saying things like, I can't get any customers, I can't get past this position, nobody wants to be in my business, my team sucks, you need to really look at this. And so this is what I recommend. This is where you work. And this is an honest approach to understanding this, is get out a pad, a journal, whatever, a scrap piece of paper, your note app on your phone, and for the next 48 hours, starting right now while I'm talking about this, start writing down what you're thinking and be brutally honest. Right. And see, I tell everyone to do this, Colette. Nobody does it. Very few people do it, and they wonder why they stay where they're at. Well, if you want to grow, you have to get very honest and very aware of what's going on right here. This is so important. And so I'll do it myself. I'll take a legal pad and I'll start first thing in the morning. As soon as those eyes open and those thoughts come in, I start writing them down and I take it with me. You will be shocked at how you talk to yourself. And I call that the inner bully. And it is shocking what we say to ourselves. And then you can go back and look at that list from as though you are looking at it for the first time, as though you are your own teacher. You are your own coach. And you look at it and you ask yourself, is this true about me? Is this absolutely true that I can't get customers? Well, no, because I have customers. I know I can get customers. Is this absolutely true that I can't get distributors? No, because, I've not really tried that hard. So, other people get them. Why can't I get them? I'm just as worthy as everyone else. Is it true that my team sucks? Well, not really. They're trying really hard. And is that really what I want to broadcast out to the world, that my team sucks? Because if I broadcast that out to the world through my thoughts and actions, who's going to want to join my team? And so this is a real strong analysis of how we can start to understand. You can do this for weight. You can say, oh, I can't lose more than 5 pounds. And guess what? You can't lose more than 5 pounds. I find that so fascinating. I just look at my list sometimes and go, where did you get that thought? Where did that thought? Absolutely. Well, I'm not thinking that anymore. I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to start saying what I want and focus on what I want and not what I don't want. So all of you, it is my strongest desire that if you walk away with anything, you walk away with starting right now, writing down those thoughts, and then that you will discover is why you are where you're at. So why don't you do what the leaders do? They go, I have the best team and it works. I have a team that gathers customers. I have a team that gathers distributors. They're rocking. They love what they do. I get up every day and I'm so passionate about my business. And you know what? My phone starts buzzing almost right away with potential customers and potential distributors. My host to post, people are like, what's with you and your host to post? You get all the host to post. And isn't that how we should be talking? Isn't that what we want to be projecting? And you may look at me and go, Pam, none of that is true. Well, yes, it is. It's absolutely true, because that's what you want. And that's what you're going to get. And so if you want the opposite of what you're getting now, then write on the other side of that paper what you want. And then that's your I ams for the day. That's your I ams going to bed. I am strong. I am a big recruiter. People will tell me I'm just I don't recruit many people. I'm like, well, change it. Now I'm going to give you a great example, and then you can ask me the next question. I was with a set of twins, and they looked identical. They were in their early 30s. I swear I could not tell them apart, two girls. And one said, all I get are customers. And the other one said, all I get are distributors. And I said, switch, just like that. I just did my hands like that. You know, just we laughed and I walked away. I saw them a couple months later, and I swear to you, Colette, they said, can we switch back? First, you know what? I didn't know I was that powerful.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so
But
funny. Well, but it's true.
It's true.
I was saying the same thing about, like, back in the day, steps of success. I would say, I will try to do the steps of success, or the steps of success are hard. But then I changed it to the steps of success are easy and I'm completing it by the 15th. And I was doing it. It shocked me.
Yeah.
It was mindset.
And, you know, it really, you can't, you know, we don't want to, I really want to get this across too. You don't start saying that stuff and set in the yoga position.
Right.
I mean, that what you're saying should empower you to get up and do more, to get up and be more. That's what that should do. You know, that I'm going to lose, this 30 pounds is gone. This 30 pounds is, you know, I'm a size blah, blah, what would a size blah, blah, blah eat? And you get up and you eat that way and you go take that walk based off of the vision that you've cast of how you're going to look in those pants and in that top. And because if you're yo-yoing on diet, it's because you have a set point, just like, and you have for money, you have an image set point for your weight and the way your body looks. And you can switch that right now. You can be whoever you want and looking the way that you want to look, and the weight will finally come off. And as long as you keep that vision of that image of how you want to look, it'll stay off.
And it's thinking. So mindset is key in this business, and with, like you said, with
life,
everything in life.
Look, you're already doing it all day long.
Yeah.
This is not new. It's not like you're not already doing this. You're just not getting what you want because you're focusing on what you don't have. And you're focusing on it being hard and not fun. Boy, you put the fun back in. Hey, I'm going to skip all the way off that 30 pounds. You know, I'm just going to skip. I'm going to get out and skip. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Or my host to post are going to flip and rock. My asking is just going to be off the charts, because here's what I know. We all want this really bad. I mean, every single one of us. Mark is still as hungry as he's ever been. So am I. I mean, we're doing it. We're going. It's wow. The future is so huge. And so what do we do every day to stay up at 18, 19 years in this? We see that. We're talking to more people. We're opening more countries. We're creating new products. We're eliminating ones that aren't selling so we can bring in fresh, innovative, creative products and that work. And, you know, we're just like always like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And you wouldn't like it if we came out at conference and said, you know, everybody, y'all go work. We're good. I mean, nobody's going to do that. No, they're going to say, what's wrong with you? So your team is wanting that visionary, even if it's only 2 people on your team. They're wanting to follow that visionary. They're wanting you to cast that vision out there. And then you take action based off that. And it's fun action. It should be like, look, there are times early on, all we did was wrap people. I mean, we measured them. Can you imagine? You're in somebody's belly or their butt all day long, and that's what we're doing. And because we didn't have camera phones. And you know what? We did it. So I said, you know what? If I'm going to see somebody's belly, I'm just going to really love on them. And I'm going to go in with the vision that it's going to rock their world and change their life. And so our results went through the roof, just because I didn't walk in thinking this isn't going to work. This is hard. Who wants to be sweating doing this? I just totally own the experience. So that's what we need to do is own the experience, own the exhilaration, because that, when you're in joy and happiness, that's all people want. If you really if it came down to it, what all of you want is you just want to be happy. I mean, you think it's money that you want because money will make you happy. But what will that give you? What would that really give you? What would that money truly give you? It would give you better sleep, you know? It would give you the ability to pay off that debt. It would give you the ability to buy your children the shoes that you really want to buy them. It would give you the ability to drive a safer car. It would give you the ability to get out of that rental and into a home that you own with setting on the furniture that you really do want. And see, there's nothing wrong with that. We are here for that. We're not here to live in debt. That's not how all this was created. But we bought into that somewhere along the way. We all could be living in what you all would call a mansion. It should be the norm. There's plenty of space. Everywhere I go, I fly, I see lots of land. There's plenty of room for all of us. So we've just got to understand that and want that for our families, because happiness is what we're after. And so you get there and you have the less stress. And see that I don't want you to work so hard right now that you don't wake up happy every day wanting this to happen. That is stressful, no fun, that you've given up your family for this. I don't want that for you. So when you start to understand that I'm not going anywhere, that you're going to stay in. You're going to be in like Colette, 7, 8, 9, 20 years building this. So you don't want to get to the end of 20 years and say, well, that wasn't any fun. I made a lot of money, but it stunk every day. No, you want to get up now and total full-on fun, get creative in it. Your money will come much faster. Your debt will be released much faster. It'll all happen in nanoseconds, it seems, and you had a good time. Because that's really what we want. Because we're going to jobs we can't stand. We're working for bosses that are just absolutely rude. We're leaving our children at daycare that is painful. It's gut-wrenching. When if you want, they could be home and you could have a nanny. Doesn't mean you have to watch them 24/7. You could have somebody come in, help take care of them while you're working your multi-million-dollar business. I mean, why don't we just say it out loud? That's what we're looking for. Instead of holding it in, thinking it's never going to happen for us. Look, you've seen people walk across that stage that look just like you. Every one of you. We don't tell you you're not tall enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not blonde enough, you're not brown enough. We don't tell you any of that. It is totally anybody's game out there, and that's what I love about what we do. So yes, it's an inside job.
And you just covered like the next 3 questions.
Okay.
Yeah, because mindset has everything to do with success, and not allowing life situations to hold you back and derail you. Because if you have that vision for yourself and you change your money, what you call it, money blueprint,
money mindset or money blueprint.
Yeah,
But you just mentioned something. You said when life happens, all of us have a tremendous amount of life. I mean, don't think that I'm immune to death in the family and friendships. I mean, we've got a friend going through something really big right now, but I don't let that stop me from building my dream. Parents become ill. The young family members may not make it, and these are hard life, gut-wrenching life situations. But what I do is, because of it works, I've had the flexibility to be able to really be there in those moments, but never thinking at all about dropping out, allowing it to be with me, allowing those friendships to be with me and to help me through this. So you're going to have life, and that life is going to say to you, oh, you need to stop this. Oh, you don't have time for this. That's just fear. That's just fear coming in. And you absolutely do have time. And you can take care of that life very quickly, patiently, with honor and dignity and love, and continue to work your business. Because there is no one at any entrepreneurial position that can just stop doing what they're doing unless it just totally derails you and you need to take care of your mind. And if that's the case, then take care of your mind. But fortunately, the business will always be here for you.
Perfectly said. Thank you for that. Mm-hmm. So we've got green carpet coming up, and we are very excited about it. On the Zoom right here, we will have some new VIPs. We're so excited. I will be walking across stage at green carpet. I am claiming it. But I want you to share. It's more than just, when I joined, I thought I went to conference just for a girls trip, but I was like, oh, it's going to be a rah-rah session. I'm not going to get up and clap. I'm not going to dance to the music. I am not a blue. I'm not a party girl. But I want, so many different events have changed my life, whether they're one team, one missions, boot camps, green carpets. Share a little bit about green carpet, the heart and soul that gets into it, and why they need to go no matter what rank they're at.
Well, I can tell you right now, we wouldn't be having this Zoom if I had not attended conferences and trainings. I mean, that's a lifeblood. That's where you hook up. That's where you catch a bigger vision. That's where you could be at your lowest moment and wonder if this is really right for me. And then you go and you walk out. You walk out being a diamond or a double diamond or an ambassador. I mean, you walk out owning it. And then it happens very, very quickly because you are walking in the faith of that. You'll see somebody, whether it's in the bathroom, in line at food, on stage, that you have a conversation with, or hear a conversation that changes your perspective. That's the line that you needed to hear. And, I look back on my career. I started in 1994 in the industry, and I remember going to a meeting. I was 6 months in the business and had not put one person in. I was living in such a state of fear. And I regretted joining, but my sponsor said, just go. He's the number one money earner. He's your age. He's a former teacher like you. Just go listen. And I drove 2 hours by myself to hear him. And I sat in that room of 200 plus people, and he spoke right to my heart. I mean, I could feel something changing in me during those 2 hours. And it did. And by the time that I got home, I had dropped all that fear. And the next morning I got up early and I started calling my friends. And there was no looking back. And it was that pivotal moment within that meeting, just hearing his story. And then, I went to their conferences. I remember being that distributor, going and sitting in the nosebleed section because I hadn't made it yet. And sitting up there, wanting to be down on that stage, wanting to be down in that VIP, and then working my way to that. What an honor, what an experience. There's nothing like this industry to me that honors true work and leadership like this industry. I mean, you can be very proud of what you accomplish. So it's imperative that you go. There is no question that should be in your mind at all whether you should go or not. It is, it is an investment in your life. I mean, that's it. And it's very small when you think about, you can share a room, sleep in a bathtub, do whatever you need to do to get there. And then it's full on fun, learning, growing, but something will stir within you and wake you up. And you will walk in one way and you will walk out another. And every event is like that, whether it's a try it or a former one team, one mission, a wrap party in somebody's house, our annual convention, and then all the love and input that we put into green carpet. It's just hard to put into words because so many people will say it was because of that event. It was because of you looked me in the eye and you said I could do it. Or I heard so-and-so story and I could relate to that. That was it. So there should be no question. Save your money and go. It's very affordable. The tickets are relatively inexpensive. I know some of you are like, wow, I got to get a sitter. Well, get a sitter. You know, you're investing in those children by going. It's not a big, just fun fest of parties, even though we'll have them. It's everything that you deserve. It's everything that you deserve. So yes, you have to go. There's no question.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Boom. There it is.
There it is. We have one last question for you.
Okay.
And I want you to pretend that there's one person in the room, and that person, it's today, it's May 7th, and they are sitting at Ruby, and they're like, can I make it to Diamond this month? I want you to talk to them and share any inspiration, any hope, anything into their face, into their eyes, and I want you to share the possibility for this month of what they can do.
Well, it comes down to this. You have within you the power to do this in 10 days. I mean, you don't have to wait till the 31st of May. When you make a decision, I always say this about women, when a woman makes up her mind, watch out. You've done this in the past. Go back and remember those moments when you made up your mind. And it's like mountains moved. You could be brand new today and be diamond by the end of the month. How do I know that? I've watched people do it. And they'll say it was as though magic happened. People started contacting me. I ran into somebody at the store. They made Ruby in 2 days. And I mean, when you look at the chart, you need 3 legs. And then you need somebody that has 3 legs and then somebody that has 6. I mean, seriously, when you think I can so do this. I can so get this done. And so just decide right now. And then, put all over your mirror everywhere, I am diamond, but you got to full on believe that. You just can't throw that out there and, oh, I'm a diamond. No. Mm-mm. No, you do a diamond dance every day. I mean, you get on in full on diamond energy and you let people know. You call your mom and you say, Mom, I am going for diamond this month and you have to be my customer. What do you want to order? And she'll go, oh, wow, okay. What's that mean? You go, it means a lot of money and it means I get a rank up bonus and you want that for your grandchildren. So Mom, you know what? You need hair, skin, and nails. That's what you need, and you need greens. Once you get them, I'll show you how to use them. Give me your credit card. I mean, this is how you talk. Best friend, you are awesome. I love you so much that I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you. I need to FaceTime you right now. I've got to go through a 5-minute business presentation with you. You are going to love me for it. And that's what you do. And then you host a post, even if you don't like it, you're going to fall in love with it. Say, I love it. It's going to bring me volume. Then you tell your team, your existing team, I don't care if it's 2 people, this team's going diamond. I need you fully engaged, on board with me 100%. Are you in? Because you're going to be my ruby and you're going to be my emerald, unless you want to switch. You can be my emerald, you can be my ruby, you can both be my emerald, whatever. But you decide, and that's who I'm playing with. Then you start your list. I mean, you got your list, and this is the lifeblood of that diamond business, is this list. And you start making that list, and you are going to go through, and you're going to contact everybody, everyone. I don't care if it's the best real estate agent in your area and you're scared to death of her, because I know it's a woman. You're going to call her, and you're going to tell her what you have your hands on. And my daughter did that. I said, you're going to call her, and you're going to tell her. And she joined. Because Kay's energy was so high, and she was so fully engaged in what she was doing. It was full on. This is working. This is happening. And so, yes, go diamond. You could go double. I mean, it really does happen that quickly when you make up your mind. Or you could just sit here for the next 6 months, because we've seen people do that too. And they're wondering, well, how did they go so fast? Because they decided. They decide. It is an internal decision, and you don't deviate. Tomorrow, something's going to happen to try to take you out. You go, oh, no, focus. You come right back in. That goes away. Here comes no. Girlfriends want to go out Friday night. Nope, not doing it. Tell them all, I'm going diamond. I'm going diamond. This month, I don't go out. This month, I don't drink wine. This month, I'm focused. I'm focused. Husband, need your help. We're going to earn a $10,000 bonus. I need your help. You set them down, you look them in the eye, and you say, you and I are going diamond. So I need your help. You're going to have to help me with the kids. It's imperative. You got it. And he's like, okay. I mean, he feels a difference in you. A conviction. Before it was scattered. That's why the spouses don't get in or believe, because you're scattered. They can sense your scatteredness. One day you're in, one day you're out. One day you're in, 1 hour you're in, 1 hour you're out. And they're like, what is she doing? She's spinning. And so when you do that, they get a little waked out, but then they're like stepping up. And that's what they do. Friends as well. Friends will be scared. They'll go, she's really changing. Yeah, I'm changing. Yeah, I'm going to go get that Louis Vuitton, daggone it. That one I've been talking about for the last 10 years, it's mine. That one is mine. I am going to get the Louis. Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's not the little one, it's the big one.
The big one. It's deciding, and it's doing that brain dump of writing down all that you're thinking, and then having that control to say your I ams and say the opposite, and then become what you're going after. And
it's taking back your power. Mm-hmm. You've had it all along. You just let it go. You think it's everything else. It's you. Oh, it's so refreshing when you figure that out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's the Wonder Woman when you figure that out. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Pam, oh my gosh. You have completely blessed our evening. I love you. Our team is so grateful for you. I love how you just can love on everyone and inspire and take the time that you were not, I'm sure you're super busy, but you were not so busy that you took the time for us. And that just means the world. So.
Well, you're important. Every single one of you are important. I mean, just because, you're supporting us and we're supporting you, and it's important. And it's important that we tell the world what we have our hands on for health, and for wealth. It's so important to me. I was given a gift of that wrap. And from that moment, I knew that God told me and spoke to me and said, "This is your gift. You've been asking for it. Here it is." So I take it very, very seriously. And I don't take it for granted ever. So you've been given that same gift. Every single one of you. You've been praying for something, and well, here it is. Now, what are you going to do about it?
It's up to us.
It's up to you.
Absolutely. Thank
Love
you.
you guys. Thank you for having me
Thank you.
on.
Take
Mwah.
care.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.